lighting. It's important. It's how you make your scene really pop. Here at the Rage Academy, we take lighting very seriously. It's a skill that can bump your videos and your live streams to the next level. If you have little to no experience with lighting, you better buckle up, because this is Lighting 101. And welcome to the Rage Academy. If you're new here, the Rage Academy is your academic knowledge base for gaming-focused content creation. My name is Patrick, I'm a professional content creator, and I'm here to share the skills I've learned over my career to help you achieve your content goals. Today, my dear students, we're going to be talking about all things lighting so you can make your videos and streams go from this to this. I know when you're stream grinding, you're probably not thinking about lighting, but you should be. The truth is, achieving a look like this isn't very hard or complicated. It just requires a bit of planning and research. It's going to help polish the look you're going for. So what type of lights are out there? Lights can be broken down into a few different categories that each serve a purpose. The cheapest and most commonly used lights are fluorescents. A fluorescent light looks like this. As you can see, these bulbs are usually a wee bit bigger than the ones your mom has you put in your home lights. It's essentially a bulb filled with gas. A fluorescent bulb generates light when an electric current excites mercury vapor in this gas. It produces shortwave ultraviolet light that then causes a phosphor coating inside the bulb to glow. These lights operate with one or more bulbs and have a fixed color temperature. Color temperature refers to the hue that the light is emitting. It can drastically change the feel of your image. The colors vary from orange-white to a blue-white. The unit for measuring this increase or decrease of blue-orange is called Kelvin. It scales between 1000 Kelvin, more orange, and 10,000 Kelvin, more blue. Fluorescents put off heat and aren't very customizable. The real silver lining to these guys is that they're dirt cheap. They're so inexpensive. I purchased a set of 2 fluorescent lights with stands and soft boxes for the low cost of around $80 like five years ago. They're still working. They're still here. Like, there's one right, I'm looking at it. It's right above me right now. There's one over there too. I highlight. LEDs are considered the king daddy of lights. LEDs don't have bulbs. LEDs have LEDs. It's totally different. LED stands for light emitting diode. It's an electric semiconductor device that emits light when an electric current passes through it. In case you were wondering, now you can go impress your mom with that bit of knowledge. You're learning so much here at the Rage Academy. You're getting so smart, my little students. These lights are great. They don't put off heat, often have a variable color temperature, and are very bright, but are a bit more costly. For example, the light I have in front of me, right here, this one right now, that turned on and off, so you can see what it does. That's an Amaran 100X. I got this light for around $230. That's just for the light, so that doesn't include the light stand or the modifier box that goes on it either. Light boxes or modifiers are the enclosure around the light. Inside, these will have a reflective interior with a fabric curtain in front of the light. There is an additional piece of fabric on the end of the box. This causes the whole box to glow and emit a soft light. Soft light is the light that creates shadows with gradual transitions from light to dark. It looks like this. Hard light is what happens when you turn the light on. Hard light is focused and often casts harsh shadows. Here's an example. Sometimes you'll see these boxes with a mesh grill on them. That's to further diffuse the light. When light is diffused, it projects over a wider area and tends to wrap around subjects. This is a light stand. Do I have to really tell you what this does? You know this, right? You know what a light stand is. It's the thing the light goes on, and now my teleprompter just jumped ahead, and I don't know what to do. The light goes on it. Makes the light stand up.
RGB lights are LED.
Do I have to say anything more? You guys are gamers. You know that one already, right? I mean, just look at some of your rooms on Twitch. Like, you know RGB lights are LED. RGB lights are LED. LED lights aren't RGB. Wait, you don't always RGB when you LED, but you always LED when you RGB. And speaking of Twitch, I stream every Sunday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Come look at my RGB lights. Or just ask me questions about lights. Let's help each other out here, man. You know, just come hang out. I don't bite. You want to hang out, bro? Come to my Twitch channel. You probably notice the light behind my right shoulder at some point, right? I mean, I hope you have. It's placed there purposely with intent. This is an incandescent light. Incandescent lights aren't very good for lighting a subject or emitting large amounts of light. They work by heating up a filament coil inside a vacuum-sealed bulb. I view these lights as being more atmospheric. These make fantastic practical lights. What's a practical light, you ask? Any light that you can see visibly in the frame is called a practical light. I choose to use incandescent lights for this because I just think they're neat. When you're putting together content, or at least content where you see your face, like my face right here, you're going to want to have a light right in front of you. Typically, this light is located next to the camera, like mine is. Mine's like right next to my camera. This is called a key light. The key light is providing the basic layer of lighting on your face. For this light, I choose to use a light box and a mesh grill because it creates that soft light we spoke about earlier. This way, I can have soft light that wraps around me when addressing the camera. Now, some people say this light is a little extra, but I like it a lot. If you're able to get a light above you or behind you at an angle, you'll end up getting this edge glow. This is called a rim light or an edge light. Its purpose is to separate you from the background and make you pop a little more. I have 2 of these lights because my mom said I was an extra good boy. And then she took me to the light store, Lights R Us. And when we were there, I picked out 2 lights and she said I had to take care of them and I had to clean up after them. And if anything happened, I had to take care of them. And I took care of those lights and they're still with me today. I call them Bobby and Jason, and they're the best lights in the whole world. And they've helped me through some dark times and I wouldn't get rid of them for anything. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, you can turn it off now. So that's one edge light off. Here's the second edge light off. You can see what a difference just those 2 edge lights make. So let me turn off the background and turn off the key light and reintroduce them. So key light, edge light 1, edge light 2, RGB 1, RGB 2. Going in reverse order, turning off RGB, turning off RGB, turning off edge light 2, turning off edge light 1, and here I am with my key light. You can see how much of a difference you can really get with a few different lights with your camera. Don't spend all your money on lights. So, what type of lights should you be using in your setup? At the very least, you should be using a key light. If you can't get an edge light, can't get a rim light, can't get background RGB, get a key light. Will dramatically improve how your videos look. If you're on a budget, I recommend getting fluorescent lights from Amazon. I hate recommending Amazon, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. These are dirt cheap. They're about as cheap as you can get for bright lights. But you can get a set of 2 with cheap stands and cheap soft boxes for around $70. Talk about a deal. That's what these guys are. My Bobby and Jason over here, my rim and edge light. You can start experimenting and upgrade as you need. You'll have one light as your key light and another as your fill light or rim light, if you're into that. I'm still using these lights. They're cheap and they get the job done, just like your mom. If you want to spend a bit more of your mother's hard-earned cash, then you'll want to start looking at LED lights. I've come to cherish my Amaran 100X. It's great. I love it. It's an LED light that can be controlled via Bluetooth. It has knobs to control the color temperature and the intensity, meaning I can make this guy as bright as I want, or as dim as I want, as orange as I want, or as blue as I want. This light is on the cheaper end of the expensive LED lights. When I purchased it, I managed to pick it up for $220, but you'll still need to buy a light stand and a softbox separately. For this, I got an impact light stand for $55 and an aperture dome softbox for $110. This brings the total cost of this one light, my key light, to $385. Don't spend all your money on lights. There will be links to some of these items in the description in case you wanted to show your mom for your birthday. But if you're new to this, please stick to the cheaper side of things. You're really gonna want to see, like, you're gonna have to make sure it can fit in your room. It also can just add up really quick. You should shop with a budget in mind, so don't just go and buy a $400 light kit because that's what I'm using. Really work for your own budget, or just tweet me and I'll ask me what I think and I'll tell you right to your face, or find me on Twitch. I'll help you out. Promise. Got my word. Heh. Sucker. Keep in mind, you shouldn't go all in on just one light. You should have a couple at the very least. So, you know, don't spend $400 on your first light. Just don't do that. That's dumb. Don't spend all your money on lights. And that's the bell. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more original content like this, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below or find me on Twitter. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something. Class dismissed.
Look, it took me a while to understand what Globo's saying, but he's just saying over and over, I want a drum.
You came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.